So I have pasted the link here for the Google document. You can all access it, and please copy that particular prompt, okay, the first one, the craft prompt, and paste it in your chat GPT. And I would like someone to share their screen. If someone is doing this, please share your screen and show us the output, right? That'll be so that everyone can see how it works. And if somebody used the first one line prompt and this, so we can see the difference as well. Meanwhile, even I will do it. I'll share my screen. So I use kind of the paid version of ChatGPT right now. So my kind of output may be a little different, but nevertheless, it's quite useful. Always make sure you log into ChatGPT before using it so that it remembers your context. The more you interact with it, it will give you outputs that are more suitable for you. So if you see, it's looking at different reports, it's analyzing. Basically, it's running a code in the background and it's working on its internal data, plus it's looking for web sources to give me an answer. And if you notice what is written here in my screen, ChatGPT can make mistakes, check important information. So that's a disclaimer for everyone using any AI tool. Always verify data. So I've got a response from ChatGPT and I'm going to share that. And I would love to see everyone else, I mean, at least one or two people kind of share their screens. So this is what it has given me, a proper PPTX presentation. Let's see how it is. I would any day trust even the free version of Claude than ChatGPT to make good presentations, but let's just see what ChatGPT has done for us. So Indian cosmetic industry, it has taken the context. It's given me some actual details. I did not specify the number of slides, right? Even that is something I could do, but it has given me about 10 slides, right? So you can see it's used really good graphics and all of that to create. Tough competition for Claude, but honestly, Claude would have done a better job. Some of you can try that. I would like to now see someone else, who's probably used this, who's been doing it with me, can actually share. Okay, Alex, if you're done, you can share your screen.
Okay.
Are you getting the option to share your screen, Alex?
Yes.
Okay.
I might need to leave and rejoin Zoom if I do that right now.
Mark, you're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, Adit, if you could just tell us, why did you find the prompt, gave you a weird result? So how do you define weird, or like what was different about it?
Well, the first result gave me a presentation, the second result gave me an image.
So it's kind of hallucinated. Are you using the free version of ChatGPT?
Yes, free version.
That's why. Maybe you can use the same prompt on Claude and you'll get a wonderful answer, like result. Yes, Stefan, what you're saying is right. A paid model will give you a slightly better result, but if you use Claude, even the free version gives you good results, right? So Claude is one of the best models out there right now. But you know which model to choose? there is a slight catch to it, right? It depends on how you want to use it or why you're using it. All
Yeah.
right.
Can I share now?
Yes. Yeah, try sharing, Alex.
Yeah. Sure.
We can
Yes.
see a screen. Okay, this is a pretty good result that you as well got. Let's see if the numbers are almost same. $21 billion, and it showed me some 27.
Okay.
So it's always, see, for me, it's showing the Indian cosmetic market in 2024 was $23.86 billion. So $2 billion difference. So it's very important. That's why to always check facts and figures. But there is a way, there is a different tool that we'll be exploring to kind of, make sure that your facts and all are completely right. Okay. So thanks so much, Alex, for sharing your screen. You may unshare now. But I hope all of you kind of used this. What we'll do now is we'll explore some more tools before we just need to share my screen again. Yeah. So we were here. Yeah. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through some tools right now. Okay. And y'all can use it along with me. We have still an hour left. So, it'll be fun to watch some AI tools now. For everyone, what you can do is first, we'll go to this tool. I want you to go to our sheet here, go to the AI tools sheet and click on Notebook LM, or it's Gemini Notebook now. Log in with your Google kind of credentials, all right? So just open that page. Now, before you try anything there, I want to tell you why this is useful, especially for US students, okay? What really makes this different? Okay. See, now the beauty about this is that this is, you've heard of this term RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, RAG, right? It's quite common in AI language and all of that. Basically, what it means is it will only use the data that I provided, okay? And it will generate a lot of things for me. Now, see, for the paucity of time, what I did is I downloaded this from the government website. So I opened a new notebook, named it NEP, okay? And it gives me the option to add sources. I downloaded this PDF. Okay, now if I open this PDF, it's a national policy of the National Education Policy, all right, of 2020, and it has close to 45 pages. Now, I really don't have the time to read all of that. Okay, so the moment I upload a source, it gives me a summary like this. You also have, see, when I click add sources, I can upload files, PDFs, Word documents, CSV files. It does not take XLX files. Okay. You can even recommend websites to it or YouTube videos. Important thing when you put YouTube videos, it should have a transcript, right? Clear speech. Okay. Something from your drive or even copied text. So I'll tell you how that works also. Okay. Now this is especially useful for students, right? And if you want to study something or you want to kind of understand a subject, let's say, for example, now I want to ask it any question about the new education policy, the national education policy, tell me. This is something random. I just asked it. What it will do is it's not going to search the internet now. It's only going to refer to this document of mine and this video because I kind of clicked this one. Okay. So if there is nothing mentioned about mathematics in this, it will probably tell me, no, there is nothing. But this is okay. This is still, just chatting with your data. Now, the fun part about this is you can see a lot of things here. Now, let's say there is a subject you want to learn about. So yeah, see, foundational numeracy. Yes. So everything about mathematics is come down to me here in one answer. Okay. It can design a visual infographic and all of that. So if you see studio here on the right side, okay, there are a lot of things. I can generate an audio overview of the entire NEP. And maybe when I'm driving, traveling to work or like traveling to college, put it in my earphones and like I can listen. So if there is any subject that you want to learn, if you're doing a project, you can click on slide deck. It takes some time, but you'll make a wonderful presentation ready for you. Can give you a video overview. we'll click on mind map, for example. Let's not take the video from this. We'll only look at this and I'll say confirm, generate. Okay, so I have asked it to generate a mind map for me as we are speaking. It's going to read that document and it will generate a mind map based on the source. Okay, you can generate reports, flashcards. You want to quiz yourself, right, on any subject. Yeah, maybe you want to revise something before you go and attend an exam or something. Upload all your kind of syllabus here and just click on quiz, right? It can help you create infographics, which you can use in your college presentation slides. Because there is data, it is giving me the option of a data table. So, a lot of things, all of this at a click of a button. Right now, there is no tool that can match the capability of Gemini Notebook. It's a Google product and it's completely free of cost. So this is something you can use. And the mind map is already created. So now I'll just show you, how it looks like. It will take maybe a couple of minutes to load. But if you just see in seconds, we've developed something. So, I'll give you this time, maybe 10, like maybe 2 minutes or so, or 5 minutes. Please open this thing, notebook, Gemini notebook on your laptops. Upload any source you want. You have some PDF in your laptops right now. Just put it and you see how it creates stuff for you. Since this is a large 40-page document, it will take probably a minute or so to create this. But yeah, it creates, and the mind maps are generally interactable. While that's loading. Is anybody trying this Gemini notebook? You can just tell me yes or no in the comments so I know that you are working with me. Oh, I'm good. You've been using Notebook LM. So can you share your experience using it? It really makes life easy, right? And the thing about it is you can upload up to 300 sources for it to work really well. And it's really helpful that way.
So I have been actually using Notebook LM for, yeah, like I mentioned, for 2 years now. And the
Okay.
thing is, so I struggle with like regular old text for studying, especially. So I
Hmm.
don't have the patience, neither the attention span to be able to sit and read all through my texts. So basically,
Correct.
what I use is I use Notebook LM for like literally all my exams, all my tests, regardless of what subject it is. I ask it to compile, and otherwise, if it's like a textbook, I make sure I make my own notes on the Words app, and I
Okay.
submit it to the Notebooks LM app. So then after all
Okay.
this, I create my go-to three things would be usually our audio overview,
Hmm.
video overview, and the slide deck. And
Just like that. Yeah.
what I usually do is I use while I'm listening to the audio overview, I use my notes so that both my sensory organs are being used at the same time. So while I'm listening to the audio, I'm still looking at the notes at the same time, and both of them are like, so it's much easier for me to sort of take in the information as well. And
Correct.
so, and the thing is, I do it so consecutively, like repeatedly, so it sort of gets stuck in my head, sort of the way how a sort of a song works, like a music or song gets stuck. Like you keep listening to a song and then you finally learn the lyrics. The same way I also use Notebook LM on a daily basis like that.
That's wonderful, Ahan. And see, we have a use case here, and that is so relatable because sometimes even if I want to learn concepts and all that, I use Notebook LM. Like if you saw my notebooks that I shared, there is something related to banking that I wanted to know. Right? It's called the Basel III guidelines. So this is something used in banking a lot, and that is one of my things. Somehow I don't know why my mind map is not loading. So that's where AI is probably kind of hallucinating. But if you see, yeah, I've used Basel III guidelines. I'd used to understand the Indigo crisis on operational risk and why it should be used, right? So any kind of topic that you want, you upload the right kind of sources, and this can be a powerful tool. Thanks, Ahan, for sharing your experience,
And I also
because
would like to add on one more thing. Something
Mhm.
like Notebook LM is really useful for like students who suffer from not suffer, have learning disabilities like ADHD or ADD, where they can't focus or sit at one place. So that way,
Okay,
Notebook LM is extremely useful for them on a
useful.
daily basis.
I agree, because it makes it very interactive. It makes it creative. There is flashcards and all that you can use. Even the quiz aspect, right, Ahan? If you can, like, sometimes you just want to test your knowledge. The quiz aspect works fantastically, right, for any kind of subject matter that you want to learn. All right. So please try exploring that as well. You'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the next tool, because I have to also keep a tab on our time. Okay, so the next tool, again, I'll request all of you to go to this, and now we look at, has anybody used Gamma app? Maybe a
Yes.
yes. Yes, it's fantastic, right? So please click on
Yes, it
that.
is useful.
This is in Gamma, the free version, right? You can use this to what do you say? Like, you can use to make up to 10 slides right now. That's the limit that they give you in the free version. But it's really a wonderful app. It's wonderful to create presentations. And now I'm just showing you, like, very quick capability of it. But you can use it in multiple ways. So I've kind of used it even to create my own company's brochure. Okay, so the first thing, when you go there, it's going to ask you to log in. You can log in with Gmail. Okay. Now you can either paste in text, create from a template, or import of existing file. Okay, like your existing presentation, and enhance it. But I'm going to just do generate right now to show you how powerful AI can be and how useful it is. All right. Right now we are going to, like, keep it to presentation. You can create web pages, documents, social media posts, and all of that. But I'm going to use it for presentation. So we are going to keep it to 10 slides. I am just going to give it one single prompt. All right. I'm just going to ask it to make a presentation importance of role. Okay. The first thing it will do is it will generate an outline. Okay, I've just given it a single prompt, not even like a detailed kind of prompt. Okay. It has given me all of this. Now, see, this all is fine. It's given an outline, but the real magic is I can now decide, how much text I want in the slide. Should it be concise, detailed, extensive, minimal? Let's keep it concise for now. So it will give us a good mix of images and text. You can select any theme that you want. There are quite a few themes. Let's go with the slide theme. And I just click generate. And now you'll just see how it will create a complete, 10 slide on its own. Okay, 10 slide document on its own. And this is just AI doing its job. Okay, it will use images. I've allowed it to use AI generated images as well. So it will generate some images for us. And, it will just tell us how important mentoring is. The beautiful part is that I can download this as a PPT. I can make some changes, edit it, all of that can be done. I will like show you the entire presentation, but right now it's just generating. So I'm just letting it go by its pace. So I hope you guys can. So this is something all of you can do. Please go to Gamma, generate a presentation, and I'll request somebody to share something that they have generated. Okay, any topic that is close to you. You want to use this for your college presentations and all that. You can, if you have created a PPT, you want to give it to Gamma to improve it, even that works. You can ask ChatGPT to create a basic outline PPT and then bring it here and beautify it. There are various ways in which you can explore this tool.
I had a question. In case if I download a presentation from the Gamma app, is there
Mhm.
going to be is the watermark going to be present on the PPT, or is it just without a watermark?
On the free version, it is going to be present. But the other alternative to this is you be smart and use Claude for it. You can download a PPT without the Claude.
I
in the free
actually,
version.
so for my PPT so far now, I came across if you go through Gemini, even Google Slides are now started generating AI PPTs for without a watermark.
So yeah, that is there. And even so, when you, one more thing is there, when you use Gemini Notebook, right, it gives you a watermark. Okay. The only thing is if you know to use PowerPoint really well, there is a way to edit the master slides. From there, you can remove the watermark. Okay. But that only works with the Gemini slides. Otherwise, Gamma and all have it pretty hard coded, so you can't really remove the watermark. Yeah. But when you download it, I think even on this, you can use that same trick. I mean, that is go to you. There are a lot of YouTube videos on how to remove the watermark from a PowerPoint. So you'll have to go to that master slide deck and all of that. You can try to remove it. So while this has generated, I'll just show you all what it generated for me. A complete, 10 slide on mentoring. It's given me some facts and figures as well. It's given me numbers so that if I'm presenting it to someone, I'm talking about facts, right? And all of this with a single prompt. And it saves a lot of time. And, a lot of times when I have to make certain presentations which don't require a lot of, thinking, I kind of use this to save up time. Today's slide, in fact, I made it using Claude. Today's presentation that I am doing, it's Claude, and then I finally edited some things like put my picture in there, put the take charge logo. But other than that, I mostly use Claude for it. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing now. I would love to see somebody else who's probably used Gamma right now to just share what you've done. Can we show? Can we show an already made PPT from Gamma or download? Someone said that had a solid color. Actually, I see there are a lot of tricks to kind of hide the watermark and all of that. But I suggest like if you're using Gamma, there is no harm in using AI for a presentation to generate for the for the content you should research and all of that. But if you're going to use AI, I think there's no harm in being open about it unless your organization or your college says no AI, then you got to be really careful about what you're doing. But you can always use AI for an inspiration, to get an idea to create something good. Okay. Having said that, I would request anybody else who has used it to please, show us the slide that you've created. Adit himself. All right. So what is you've done this on Gamma earlier. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, this was for a college presentation.
Great. Amazing. And you presented it using Gamma or did you download it?
No, downloaded it, added a solid color block on top of the watermark and just showed it to the teacher.
Understood. Great. Yeah. So this is amazing. Could you scroll down a little? So this was all a single prompt, or did you upload an existing presentation and then ask it to modify?
No, it was one prompt. I asked Gemini to find some content, get the references at the end, then gave
Okay.
that to Gamma, and then yeah, this was like a
Amazing.
group thing we had to do.
Wonderful. You can see this. And I'm very sure it must have not taken you more than half an hour to do the entire thing, right?
Yeah, not much. Only references had to be verified once.
Exactly. What Adit said was very, very important right now. Always verify the references yourself because that's where AI can really hallucinate or give you wrong data. Right? All right. Thank you so much, Adit. This is wonderful. Anybody else would like to share their screen? Or we move on to the next tool? Okay. So since we have done with this, we'll now go on to a tool which I feel not just mentees, but also mentors can use. Uh, it's very, very useful for data analysis. Now, I'll tell you why I have suggested this tool. It's called Julius AI. Now, if you use Copilot or if you're using like Excel, if you're using ChatGPT and all to analyze data, the problem is that anything above maybe like 1,000 rows or 2,000 rows, and then the AI starts hallucinating. Even in Copilot, the maximum limit is 1 lakh cells. So that is like about, in the paid version, that too, it's about 50,000 rows or something. But with Julius AI, in case anybody's working with that huge amount of data, you can even use up to 2 lakh rows of data, and you're good to go. 3 lakh rows of data, you're good to go, right? It's an agentic AI tool built especially for data analysis. Okay, so I'll just quickly share my screen, and if you go to that AI tools, the AI Masterclass AI tools, you can just click on julius.ai, and I'll show you a demo of how to really use that. It's really a fun thing to do. So julius.ai is specially used for data analysis. Before we start using it, I just want to point your attention to some things. Just, so if you see, whenever you ask it questions, it's not written here. So I'm on the free plan, but after I write a question, there will be a thing that comes and tells you that only 15 questions are allowed in a month, right? So there are some limits in the free version, but you can just see, and at one time I can upload only one data source or a file. Right now, I'm just going to upload like an Excel sheet. I've generated like some dummy data. Just So there is this, I'm uploading a mineral water sales data file, right? So a company that sells mineral water, just like I've created some data on their sales. Okay. So right now I've sent, this data to Julius. Okay. Now imagine I am someone who has no idea of how to analyze data, what to infer from it, and all of that. Now, before I show you that, let me actually show you what was there in the data so that we all get an idea of what sense AI makes out of it, right? So it talks about the salesperson, the region, the month, unit sold, revenue, client type, what channel, the product size, discounts, what is the payment status, delivery time. This is the kind of data that is there, right? So I'm going back to Julius now. I've uploaded this data. I'm going to just ask a very simple thing. So just given it this data, and I've told it to just analyze it for me and give me the right kind of data visualizations, right? So first it has read the data now. What it does is in the background, it's running a Python code. We don't need to be coding experts and all of that. It's going to use the code in the background, and it will give me some kind of a report with the right kind of visualizations and inferences. Now, when you're using this for the first or second time, generally the first time you upload data, it sometimes kind of gets stuck. In case that happens, you just kind of, prompt it again and it will work. While I'm doing this, if you have something like you have some dummy data with you, you can also upload it. Be very careful not to upload any kind of sensitive information. We'll be talking about this in my slide going further. Now just look at this, all right? So it has given me a complete report with some data visualizations, a summary that it has given me. The data set contains 80 sales records with, what is the total revenue, units sold. It has given me a complete dashboard, in terms of monthly revenue by salesperson, right? I can kind of expand this or even download these charts, right? Revenue by payment status. Then I asked it for inferences, right? So revenue is concentrated among only a few salespeople. So who's the right one, right? What is the interpretation about it? So Sneha and Rohan are the strongest revenue contributors. Amit generated the lowest revenue, right? Which was my strongest month. So what I should be doing? Hyderabad leads the regional revenue while Mumbai has a payment risk issue. So if you can just see, like now I didn't even have the time to go through every cell. I just told it to read and give me this data. Well, I can now go and check on this, in case I'm head of some department, I know which are the kind of salespersons I need to reach out to, to improve, or which regions need to perform better. All of that is there, which is my good product. Discounts really are not helping. Delivery time is moderate but uneven. What are the recommended actions, I should be doing? And a complete overall conclusion. All of this with a single prompt and a file. All right. And this is just a sample data with, I think it said 80 rows or something. But then, you can do this for whatever level of data that you have. Right. So this is a wonderful tool. And that's why I said this is especially useful for mentors because, in our workplaces, sometimes we are dealing with huge chunks of data. Right. Now, one question that mentors may have is what if I'm dealing with company data that's very sensitive? In that case, I feel the only option is to create some dummy data, hide sensitive information, and use it. Because before you use any kind of AI tool, it's very important for it to be aligned with your organization and not be blacklisted there. Okay. Um, any questions so far, anyone? How do you find the tools that we discussed so far? Are they useful? Are they eye-opening? Do you feel you can use them? I would love to hear some feedback before we move on to something called AI automation. Thanks, Dalnas. Good to hear some feedback. Great. Okay. Before we move on, just a second. Yeah, before we go into AI guardrails and all of that, I'm going to show you something. Now, with the limited time that we have, I cannot really take you through the entire AI automation process because to build an AI automation, it takes a lot of time. But I've created something and I'm going to show you a demo. And that also opens your eyes to really go and explore this tool. All right. Has anybody heard of this tool called NA10? Yes, no. Anybody who's heard of the tool called NA10, please let me know. No. Okay, great. So I will show you something and how useful this is. This could be useful for people who are working, people who are looking for interviews. There are different use cases of this. So let's go directly to it. There is this website called just a second. This is a website called NA10. Okay. Now, what I have done is I have created an automation where when somebody sends any kind of email to my company email. Okay, this is a dummy company email ID that I have. Okay, the AI agent reads the query and sends an email to them. Okay, I'm going to show you a live example of this right now. Okay, so I'm going to log into my Gmail. Compose an email right now. Okay, I'm going to say, AI. Now, what I've done is I've sent an email saying that I need information on finance trainings. Now, while we are in our inbox here, what is happening is this particular node here in NA10 has taken, that email. The AI agent here has used ChatGPT, which I have put in here, okay, to read that email, and it's going to then reply to my message. While we are talking, in fact, I feel, we will get a response here as well. So all of this is kind of happening on its own. It reads the email, it will respond to it. So how it actually works is here are certain things like, I have linked my Gmail account, all right, to it. Then it has something called adding an agent here, right? So I added this node. Okay. What this AI agent does is it uses the email that I have, right? It's helped to, I need to put a prompt for it, also a system message prompt. Okay, now I don't have the knowledge to do all of this. I've asked ChatGPT to generate all these prompts for me. Okay. And ChatGPT can help you really kind of build this entire thing for yourself. I just kept giving it screenshots and I was able to build this entire automation. And as we are speaking here, if you notice on top, just a second. Yeah. So see, this was the email I sent. While I was speaking, my AI agent did this for me. Okay, it said, "Dear Mark, thank you for contacting Markrich Solutions. With regard to your inquiry about AI trainings, we offer a portfolio of AI programs." Okay, I have linked that AI agent to my website, my company website. So the open AI model that is linked to the AI agent, it used AI to create all this text. And this is the prompt that I had given. Like, so whenever any customer emails me, it says a representative from our team will call you within 24 hours. The reason I built this agent is so that any customer who goes to my website and sees my email ID and drops an email there in the inquiry form, they should get an immediate reply within like a minute or so. Okay. Because I want my clients to have the best experience of customer service. So acknowledging something, I mean, this is a very general skill. Whenever you're at work or something, if somebody drops an email to you, the least you can do is just acknowledge, say, "Hey, you know what? I've received your email and I'm working on it." That's the most professional thing to do. Right. And this is what I wanted my customers to notice. I don't have a salesperson working under me, but at least the customer feels heard. Now it's my commitment to make sure that within 24 hours, we reach out to them. Right. But at least they get this touch point. Any questions on this, guys? Or did you like this thing? Would you want to learn how to do this? I would love to hear from you.
For like businesses or any other like
Sarah, your voice is quite muffled. If you could speak a bit loudly.
would this app work for any other kinds of entities or only is it only for businesses?
Anybody can use it. N8N can be used by anyone. So I'll just type the name of the website you all can create. It gives you a 14-day free trial. You can learn about it on YouTube. Because to teach this thing, I generally take a half-day class on how to use N8N. Sometimes it goes for the entire day. Have you used it and in slightly advanced workflows, and is it pretty? Okay, so Adit, the thing with this is like with any kind of IT tool, you need to have patience. So I definitely use it for advanced workflows when we take classes for banking. So I'll give you a very advanced use case. So with one of India's leading banks, we've helped them deploy a workflow to help detect fraud, fraudulent transactions or conversations and all with regards to banking. So there are certain sheets that they have. We've got a very well-defined workflow over there with a lot of nodes and all of that. I cannot share that because it's obviously confidential to them. But yes, the process is quite long, but you got to be patient, keep debugging it and all of that. But it gives you excellent results. Even this simple workflow that I just showed you all, it took me some time to build it, around like 45 minutes, right? Super useful for entrepreneurs, super useful for, let's say if you're applying for interviews and, you want to give a particular email ID, you want to make sure that your recruiter feels heard the moment they send a response. You can use this to integrate and say, "Thank you for responding." Based on whatever response has come, the AI will respond. If you're accepted, or say, "I will respond back to you in the next couple of hours," so that they feel acknowledged. Right. Thank you so much, Delnas. Right. Before we move on, there is a last few things that I need to share, which is very, very important about AI. Just let me know if you all can see my screen. Yeah. Somebody said used it in a hackathon with ML models. Okay. The models lag a lot trying to run the models externally. I want to know what your opinions on agents like Hermes. So see, Adit, the thing is now, were you using the free or the paid version on N8N? I think we'll have a
Okay.
discussion on
I was
this.
hosting it on
Yeah.
my device. N8N, I wasn't using it on the servers. I was using it on my device. I hosted it, self-hosted.
Okay. So you paid for it.
No. There's a community edition of N8N,
Okay.
which
Got
you
it.
can
Got it.
use
I
for.
understood. Yes. I understood. All right. So I'll tell you why that kind of hallucinated or kind of lag because a lot of people using it. Anyways,
No,
we'll
I
discuss that.
used a
That's a
Python script inside the N8N node. There was a Python script
okay.
node. So what happened was when
Oh,
I tried to run the
okay.
ML model, it would lag inside the Docker container because it was in a
Hmm,
Docker container that way.
correct. So I think you answered yourself that kind of. Okay. Uh, Guys, this is now something very important, which I want everyone to really pay attention. And I think this question is a lot. There are certain guardrails while using any kind of AI. Okay. First, we need to understand why does AI hallucinate? See, now the thing is AI fails confidently. While these LLM companies created AI, they are given a simple mandate. When somebody asks you a question, you have to answer it. And AI very confidently tells you, yes, I even if it doesn't know, it will go ahead and tell you something. It will just generate something for you. All right. So whenever like hallucination happens, it's very important. That's why for us to verify facts. Okay. Even Adit, when he shared his presentation, he said he had to verify the references. So as a very standard practice, see, AI cannot be completely independent. You as human have to intervene. Human intervention is necessary, especially to check facts and references. Okay. Somebody is creating annotations. Amazing. All right. And privacy, very important. Never put sensitive data. No, like, phone numbers or maybe, what do you say? No putting up your Aadhaar card, PAN number, never upload sensitive data to any AI tool. All right. It's very important that you keep it, very general and don't put private sensitive information. Academic integrity, guys. Now, see, we are very tempted to do everything on AI, especially in academics. Reference. What do you say when you're putting research publication papers and all of that? You're tempted to use it. See, the thing is, AI works for both. Now, there are even AI tools to kind of if you have AI generated content, you can upload it there, and it will kind of reverse that effect, paraphrase it to not sound AI or to not look like AI generated. But now, even on the other side, the plagiarism kind of tools are using AI to even detect that kind of mismatch, right? If you've used humanized AI or such tools, right, which will then even detect that. So the best way is to always be very safe. You should use AI to research. You should use AI to give you ideas, right, on what kind of content you can create. But don't just copy and paste everything. I mean, the originality lies with you, right? Let's not let that die, right? Let's use AI to amplify our efforts, but not to replace our efforts. Okay. And before you use or create anything with AI, you should just ask, not say, can I do this? There are two important questions. Should I be doing it? And how does this help the people around me and not just me? It's rightly mentioned here. Technology is at its best when it serves people, right? So be very careful when you're using AI. Very important. Okay. Three habits that will make you irreplaceable in the era of AI. One is always ask better questions. See, AI can generate whatever answers you want and all of that. But how you use AI, what are the kind of questions you ask it, what are the kind of prompts you give it, that's going to help you stand out. So try to build that skill with you. And these skills cannot come like by replacing your thinking. You have to learn to think better, right? Reason better. And that is why you have such wonderful mentors who help you think, reason, make the most out of your talents. Right. So please use that kind of skills to really amplify your results by using AI. Okay. AI cannot take responsibility. So whatever decisions you're going to take and you're using AI, be someone who's responsible, who will be accountable for the actions, right? So be very mature about using AI, right? And the most important thing, which I feel is what is so beneficial for everyone on this call right now, is to be the one who builds real relationships. Be it an interview, your deals, whatever you're facing, it's important that you go out and face there, not stand behind a screen and do things, right? So meet people, build real relationship. That's going to take you a long way. Your connections that you build now in Take Charge, meeting people at different offices that you are in, that's going to really take you ahead. All right. And AI can always help you, right? There are AI tools to, before you meet someone, you can put their LinkedIn profile and, if you pay, it can give you kind of tips on what you can talk to the person about and all of that. There are such AI tools as well. But ultimately, it's about how you carry your confidence. Um, okay. Now this is 1 second. There is an alignment issue. Just a second, guys. So yeah. I just want to share my screen again. I've kind of done, we are going to open up for Q&A right now. But before that, I'll just share this one last thing. Yeah, if you can see my screen, please scan this QR code. It's my LinkedIn profile. I'd love to connect with each one of you. I keep posting, the latest happenings about AI. I post some tutorial videos and a lot of things. And if you want to reach out and just ask me, you need any advice and all of that, please feel free to reach out. I'm open and available to anyone who would like to learn. And I'd love to interact with each and every one of you. So please kind of connect with me, follow me on LinkedIn. I'd be happy to help. And now I'm going to open up the room for question and answers. I had timed my presentation to end at 5:10 and keep the next 15 minutes for Q&A. So I am going as per my schedule. Let's stop. So yeah, it's open for Q&A, guys. Please feel free to ask your questions.
I wanted to ask about Hermes. Like, have you heard of Hermes Open Plus Search Agents?
Uh, before I answer that, no, I've not heard about Hermes yet because see, AI is constantly evolving. There are some tools that even I'm still exploring. And honestly, I'm a sales guy. I do a lot of trainings on finance, analytics, AI. AI is one of the things I do. Whatever I've shown you is like, out of hobby, right? So I am still yet to explore that, but I'd love to explore, Ravi.
Okay.
And if you need any kind of feedback on it, give me about 2 days time. I will research completely. I'll ask some of my trainers and I'll get back to you on this.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to know, like, would you recommend using such tools? Per
I
se?
will have to check before I can tell you if I recommend it or not. Okay.
Okay.
There is a question. I wanted to know how to generate prompts in Claude or ChatGPT for website building. Okay. See, you can generate for website building, but I would still recommend. So in Claude, you can use Claude Cowork and all of that to generate websites. There is another tool which I kind of use. I don't know if you have heard of Cursor and Anti-Gravity. These are also some good tools. So there you don't even need to generate the prompt kind of in ChatGPT or Claude. If you want to experiment, download something called Anti-Gravity. It's an IDE. I'll just name it here. I personally use that to build websites. Anti-Gravity, you just put a single prompt. There is a process to it. Watch some YouTube videos. You can create a good website with front end, back end, everything. Use Google AI Studio to create the front end and all of that. And you don't need to actually do it. It creates local folders for you and everything. It's like it will guide you at every step of the way. So try exploring that. But if you want to really build prompts like that for creating websites, you can definitely use Claude or ChatGPT. You will get good prompts.
Yeah. Oh, and how will I like type prompt like in a specific manner?
So you have see when you tell ChatGPT, right? So one good way to generate prompts is to ask ChatGPT to do it. Say that this is what I want to generate, right? Use the craft framework to create a prompt for me. ChatGPT will give you a very detailed prompt. And to your question, is it like an autoresponder or is it fixed response or customized? So currently it's customized because if you see that AI model that I used in the workflow automation, so see this AI agent, it's linked to this OpenAI chat model. Okay. So it has read my email and it has given me a response based on my question about AI trainings. Now, if I show you my email ID, the previous emails when I was testing it, sorry, this was the Gen AI. I had asked it for finance trainings required. Okay, so I had asked it, can you share some of your finance trainings? So if you see, it went through my website and say we offered a range of programs, finance for non-finance professionals, corporate finance, financial modeling, cost optimization. It completely changed the thing based on the question from the client, right? So it is customized. and it is able to get customized because the what do you say, the OpenAI model is linked to it. Will this PPT be shared with us? Yes, definitely. I'll share it with
Thank
Shalini.
you.
Yes. Any other questions? Can you stop AI from hallucinating by using a prompt? Not really. I mean, see, there is a lot of things. See, AI works on something called tokens. I'm sure you must be familiar with this word, tokens, right? So now the thing is, in the free models and all, you are given limited tokens. So the kind of work you can do is limited. Now, if I give it like, a huge prompt and a huge task, it is bound to hallucinate. With a stronger model, with when I pay for it, the level of hallucination will be less. But I can't really stop it from hallucinating using a prompt. Let's say if I give it a data sheet of some 50, 60,000 rows and I tell it like, just give me a dashboard out of this, it may hallucinate because, suddenly it stops reading the rows. It will just try to make sense on its own. So current, like just telling it a prompt, don't hallucinate, it will not do that. It has its limits. Can we use N8N for cold emails? Yes, you can. But then you have to really fill it. So, you'll have to sit and build that kind of an automation tool, like where you give it that kind of data. So if I just show you an N8N, just a second. So and the reason why N8N is so good is because I can link a lot of things with it. So there is like, I can link my WhatsApp to it, Business Cloud. I can link, I think even Vibe prospecting has just come in. So Vibe track, no, it's not yet come. I heard in the news that it's going to come. There are a lot of things you can do. Like, so if I click Gmail, the things that I can do is I can get a message, mark a message as unread, label actions, delete, create a draft. A lot of things that I can do. There are different triggers, there are different actions. I can even link Google Sheets to it. So if, that's from where you can do your cold email. So if I click on Google Sheet, it can append a sheet, clear, whatever, get a particular row in a sheet. So that is how you can use that to build a cold email workflow. Anyone else? Any apps or website to make AI videos, add AI audios? I'm finding Canva too complicated for this. All right. So Canva you can use just for adding the captions. In the Canva Pro mode, it's best for adding captions. To make AI videos right now, it is very expensive. I will first give you that disclaimer because like I use Gemini Pro, all right. So I don't know if you know this. If you have a Geo SIM card, I don't know if the offer is still on. If you recharge on a Geo prepaid SIM card for 18 months, you get Gemini Pro for free, right? And that you get the 5 TB storage and all of that. So even on that Gemini Pro, I can only make 10 or 20-second videos, right? That is one way. But if you want to really get into AI video production, there is a tool called Hixfield. I was just coming to that. Hixfield is a really good one. Currently, it's free, I heard. But going forward, they want to pay. There is Kling AI that is really good. If you want to generate videos of yourself talking, there is something called HeyGen. I'll just type that here. Yeah, then Kling AI. All of these are but expensive tools because right now, to create videos out of AI is one of the most expensive things to do. But I kind of feel these three are really good. And I'm just putting this out there, but you'll get short videos like Gemini. And then there is Gemini Flow also, I think. But, again, the tokens are very limited and it's kind of expensive. So guys, one more thing, I forgot to mention this. So in case anybody, if you all want to build like your own resumes and all that, I've kept this prompt for you here, which you can kind of use and fill in the details as per your, thing. The only thing here is I've added a part where you can download your LinkedIn profile and upload it to the chat and it will create a kind of very good resume for you. But if you don't want to if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, and don't want to download and upload your LinkedIn details here, you can just skip that from the prompt. But this will help you create a wonderful resume. For you all to practice, there are a lot of, somebody has kind of, copied the same thing. So I'll probably change this and send this to you all later. And also, if you want to connect with me, as I said, I'm just pasting my LinkedIn profile in the chat. So feel free to like reach out to me and I'll be happy to help. Yeah, that's it from me. So, Leander or Shefali, if you all want to take it ahead, if there are no more questions, and if you have any other questions, guys, feel free to connect on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to help you. Thanks, Adit. Thank you so much. The PPT, Cheryl, I'll be sending it across to the team, and I think they'll send it on the WhatsApp group or something.
Yes, so we'll be sending out the PPT later to those who have participated in the call. Meanwhile, if some of you all have still some questions, please go ahead. The chat is open, as well as you can unmute and speak. At the same time, especially mentees from TC8, if you are using device names or some other names, we request you to rename yourself so that we mark in your attendance. Any questions, anyone? We've put the feedback link on the chat. We request you to kindly fill it before you leave the meeting. Yeah, we've put the feedback link on the chat. We request you before you leave to kindly fill that feedback form. Thanks. Also, since we don't, do we have questions? Okay. So on behalf of the entire Take Charge community, thank you so much, Mark, for this wonderful insights that you've given on AI, the discriminative AI, the generative AI, how do you write good prompts? You spoke on Gemini Notebook, on Gamma, Cloud, GPT, AI guardrails. There's so much there's still so much information that we need to learn from you. Maybe if needed, maybe mentees can reach out to you separately via your LinkedIn profile, can connect with you. At the same time, thank you, dear mentees, for even being so cooperative, even participating in this online workshop. Sharing your screen, it means a lot. It shows how dedicated you are towards these workshops that we have. And thank you so much once again, Mark, for your time and for this wonderful session that you've given to our mentees, and especially for the mentors as well this time. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Leander. I have just put in the chat box, there is a website called there's an AI for that.com. All right, you can go there and explore some tools. So anything in the world you want to do, free AI tools and all, whatever news happening, any AI tool that is launched is generally launched on there's an AI for that.com. So please go and go crazy exploring. You will find some wonderful tools for video creation and all. You can explore tools over there. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for joining in.
Yeah, Ajit, looking sharp, bro. I'm just reacting to everyone who is coming. A weekly update on here. Arey, Ajit bhai. Done. करते हैं. Thank you so
I
much.
personally know how much you research for your clients and otherwise, and I really feel it'll really help mentees especially.
Sure, Ajit.
And we already.
Yeah, I'd be happy to share some case studies which we are doing for clients, right? And that will be probably helpful for them. So I forgot, you know what, I forgot to do this. My Gen Z intern told me to say this, like, is it clocking to you all now? I don't understand the Gen Z language, but guys, is it clocking? I hope it clocked. I don't know how to use the word. Thanks everyone. I've read all your comments and tried to react to all of them. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. Natalia says I said it right because I said, is it clocking? And she said yes. So thank you. I'll give that feedback to my intern. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Have a nice time. Thanks so much, Ajit,
Bye-bye.
for
Thank
joining.
you.
And thanks to everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Mark, once again. Thank you.